There are people, memory champions, who have used all kinds of techniques to really extend their memory. So we have the ability to hold a lot more in memory. But yeah, working memory is that kind of what we hold on to for minutes. And then the second big category is long term memory. And for those of us in education, we want to get stuff into long term memory. We want it to be there for people to be able to use in the future.
Absolutely. And with working memory, like you were saying, that 7 plus or minus 2, that really fits for new information. But like you mentioned, if you have a pre-existing schema, if you're connecting it with something you already know or you're somewhat familiar, then that could be expanded because you already have some of the mental constructs or the lattice work in place so you can hopefully absorb more within that period of time.
Yeah, when we think about memory, there is an experience that we have, and we're taking that in through our senses, and then we encode that through our senses into memory. And then later we recall it. And one of the things that scientists have discovered is that our brain has what they call schemas. You can think of them as file folders where all your experiences get filed, but there's an infinite number of them. And one experience could get filed into 10 different file folders. So for example, I've traveled to France. It's in my foreign travel folder. It's in things I've done with my husband folder. It's in my iconic architecture folder. And so different things can pull or recall that memory. And so I like to remind people that things are encoded through our senses, which is why you could walk by a bakery and smell croissants, and instantly that memory of France is pulled back up. You can also run into a friend who has traveled to France. And now that relationship is what calls that back up. So there's lots of threads we can tug to bring memory back into people's conscious awareness.